Testing. Let me know that you can hear me. I am on the couch because I'm tired. I'm tired of sitting in a chair. So I'm comfortable AF, but I only have one screen. I'm telling you that right now. So work with me, child. Work with me. Let me know that you can hear me. I see you. I appreciate you. Hit the like button for me on a Thursday. We here on a Thursday afternoon or evening at this point. And I've been waiting to get home to talk about this, debating on whether I was going to come in or not. Is low. Okay, let me get closer because the only thing I can do is get closer to the computer. Let me know if that's any better. I appreciate you. What is that? Oh, look, I can see it over here. What was that? That's so cute. Is that a treasure chest? Hold on a second. A loot box. Oh my God. Candace, thank you so much. I saw it come up. That's so cute. I never get to see that. I appreciate you, boo. 1,000 jewels. Call me queen, okay? Thank you so much. So we gotta talk, child. Shout out to Jason Whitlock, his Harmony channel, I think it's called. I forgot to tag him into this. I gotta tag him. But he got a dime on Miss Christine, child, and the pros are not going to be happy. I've been looking at TikTok today, and just various things on TikTok. You know that's not my favorite place, and you know if you go against the grain, you know it's a problem. So it is what it is, though. So I said, you know what? This is some good information. It's not like it's made up. Allegedly, we're gonna say allegedly. So there's some receipts in what it is we about to look at. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and then let everybody else decide. Mods, shout out to y'all. You know we going to need you, child. You know we going to need you today. No questions at all. Shout out to Uncle Rick. His mama suspect messy. I don't care. His mama, listen, people have been saying that and I got all these TikToks to confirm it. But I think I'm going to make individual videos for that instead of just bringing it up here because child we could be here all day with these daggone videos that I have seen. Now listen, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just bringing the information, child. People gonna believe what they want to believe and believe who they want to believe and like who they want to like, and that's fine. I'm just saying there's some things that need to be said. Now you know the pros is gonna come through and say, how can you talk about a grieving mama? Well, we talk about everybody, child. Don't be upset because it's not your narrative. Everybody can get it. And I'm not even saying anything, but the pros want to just go ahead and just jump off the cliff and just go along with the get along, and they never think ahead. How many times do I have to say that? Never think about the future. Never going to look into anybody. Just go off the cliff. Don't ask for no help. Don't say nothing to nobody and keep it moving, right? Fine. If that's what you want to do, then do it, right? It is what it is. All right. But you can't be one-sided and say that rules for thee, but not rules for me. Rules for thee, but not for me. Shout out to Obsidian. Oh, you know what, y'all? I wanted to go over originally until this came out. The men's table last night. Oh my God, great show. We're gonna do that tomorrow. I will be on at 3. We're gonna go over that. That was a great show. We got to do it. Shout out to Jeff and all the gentlemen on that podcast. BT, thank you, boo. He said I was going to text you this story. Oh, I was on it. Shout out to you. BT be giving me some information. I appreciate you. But first, let me go ahead and bring you something positive before the show goes downhill. You know how I do. So I was just talking to Mr. Messy earlier, and I was like, have you watched this damn show? Whatever it was, Key and Peele. He was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know nothing about this show, but y'all, I don't know if it's a show. I don't know what it is. I mean, I've heard of Key and Peele, but I never watched them. Well, child, I done found this today. And this thing, when he's the substitute teacher, child, I've been crying all damn day. I'm assuming y'all already know about this. I'm behind. I'm behind. Don't come for me. I'm behind. I said I watched this at work today like 10 times over and over and over again. I was crying. So I have two. And this one is the one and only substitute teacher is the title of it. So this is some Key and Peele um I don't even know what it is. Skit.
I want to take a little roll here. Jay Quellen.
Here.
You are present. Balake. I hear. D Nice.
Here.
Wait. No. We gotta go over this one first. Okay, this is the first one. The most dangerous roll call in history. It's on Prime. It's available on Prime. All right, I'm gonna have to look it up. I've never ever watched this before. All right. This is where we need to start. My bad, y'all. My bad. Okay.
Take roll here. Jay Quellen. Where's Jay Quellen at? No Jay Quellen here? Yeah.
Do you mean Jacqueline?
Okay. So that's how it's gonna be. Y'all wanna play. Okay then. I've got my eye on you, Jay Quellen. Balake.
Not Balake.
Where is Balake at? No Balake here today. Yes, sir.
My name is Blake.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Blake?
What? Do you want to go to war, Balake?
No.
Because we could go to war.
No.
I'm for real. So you better check yourself.
Look at him.
D Nice. Is there a D Nice? If one of y'all says some silly ass name, this whole class is gonna feel my wrath. Now, D Nice.
Do you mean Denise?
Son of a bitch! You say your name right now.
Denise?
Say it right.
Denise.
Right.
Denise.
Right.
Denise.
Right.
D Nice.
That's better. Thank you. Now, Ron.
Oh, my
Where
God.
are you? Where is Ron right now? No Ron, huh? Well, you better be sick, dead, or mute. Ron.
Dead.
Here. Oh, man. Why didn't you answer me the first time I said it, huh? I'm just asking you. I said it like 4 times. So why didn't you say it the first time I said Ron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron?
Son of a bitch! Let's take roll here.
Oh
Jay
my
Quellen.
God, I cannot even believe that he freaking, this is so freaking funny. I've never watched, I guess I've never watched them before. I have never watched them before. I don't know how this happened to come through today. So let's go to this one, child. We just gonna go along with it. They just going along with it at this point.
I'm gonna take a little roll here. Jay Quellen.
Here.
You are present. Balake. I hear. D Nice.
Here.
Good. Jessica.
Not Jessica.
Mr. Garvey,
What is it, Aaron?
some of us need to leave a few minutes early today.
Oh. Oh, is that so? And what, pray tell, is the reason
Why you gotta look like this?
for this premature exodus?
Yearbook photos. We have to leave 15 minutes early to meet up with our clubs.
All right, you know what? That might work with other substitute teachers, but I taught in the inner city for over 20 years. Now, y'all want to leave my class early so y'all can go meet up at the club. Ain't none of y'all old enough to go to the damn club!
What's he talking like
Ridiculous.
this?
Mr. Garvey,
Ah, son of a bitch! Did I stutter?
just then? Yes.
I'm gonna throw you out the goddamn window. What, Jay Quellen?
Mr. Garvey, we're telling the truth. We have clubs at this school. We have clubs for special interests.
Oh my
Okay, I see.
God.
So y'all want to play? Y'all want to play? Yeah, okay, we're gonna play little games. Fine, I'll play. I'm more than happy to play some games with y'all. Anyone who's in a club, stand your ass up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. The usual suspects. What the hell club are you in, Jay Quellen?
Future Leaders of America.
Okay, okay. How would you know if you're gonna be a leader in the future? Is there a star date in your bedroom? Can you travel through time, Jay Quellen?
No.
Just sit the flip down. Balake, here's the thing. I don't even know why I'm about to ask you this. Balake, what club are you in?
I'm part of the Spanish club.
You about as Spanish as Ryan Seacrest with your big ass Fraggle Rock hair. How about you, Be Nice?
I'm in the chess club.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. You are not in the chess club. The Mosquito Bite Club, maybe.
Hurtful.
Truthful.
Oh my God.
There he is.
Oh
Hey,
my
Aaron.
God.
Hey,
What club are you in?
I'm the president of the Glee Club. Why do I talk?
The Glee Club? Like they gonna have a club dedicated to a TV show. Take your ass to O'Shag Hennessy's office right now before I bust the club up in your butt. Okay. Go! Okay, go. Mischievous and deceitful, chicanerous and deplorable.
Oh my God.
This is Principal O'Shaughnessy. Students, please report to the gymnasium for your club photos.
Fake announcement. Now, does anybody in here have a valid reason for leaving this classroom? Timothy,
I gotta go pick up my daughter.
you're excused.
Not Timothy. The principal is, what is the, oh, Shauna Hennessy. What the fuck? I missed that. Oh my God. All day, y'all. All day. I have to find this. I don't know what my life has been. I'm sorry. I've never, ever watched a Key and Peele. You know, the only thing I heard about them was that scary movie thing. I don't even know what it is. It's something with white people or something, child. I don't even remember, but this is the only thing that got me through the day today, y'all. This is the only thing that got me through the day. So shout out to Key and Peele and Jay Quellen and Aaron and all the rest, child. All the rest. Anyway. All right. So that's our funny, that's our positive today. The show goes downhill from here. Sorry for your luck. All right. Well, kind of. Here's some good news, though. Let me hold off for a second. Here's some good news. All right. So y'all know this little boy from Blackish. I don't know if he ever did anything else. Well, he came out here and he got married. So congratulations to him. Let me read what the Jasmine brand had to say and then see a couple of comments, because I'm sure they're all happy for him marrying this white woman, even though he is mixed. Okay. This little boy, I forget his name, y'all. What is his name? He married this white girl, and everyone should be happy for him. Jasmine Brand says Marcus Scribner, that's his name, is officially married his longtime love, Gracie Globerman, turning a middle school crush into a full circle Los Angeles love story. The Blackish actor and Globerman, revealed they wed May 9, 2026 during an intimate, they just told y'all. They said, we ain't giving you none of our business. Intimate celebration at Republique, one of their favorite hometown restaurants. The pair first met in 6th grade at Emerson Middle School, with Scribner telling Vogue he remembers spotting her at lunch and thinking, who is that? Although he was too nervous to ask her out, they became friends before losing touch during high school. They reconnected during senior year at a mentoring event held at their former school. I saw her there and I knew it was fate, Scribner recalled. They later dated through college and he proposed in August 2025 during an anniversary picnic in Davis, California. Scribner rose to fame as Andre Jr. Johnson on all 8 seasons of Blackish before leading Grownish. He currently stars in CBS's Boston Blue, and the newlyweds celebrated with dinner, dancing, and family. Congrats to this beautiful couple. What's your number one tip for newlyweds? Oh, isn't that sweet? Very nice, very nice. We like to see some positive stories around here, regardless of what others may think. So shout out to Marcus. I forget that's what his name was. His girl is his woman, his wife, Gracie Globerman, child. Definitely white. Let's see some of these comments. That episode when Junior brought in the white girl and Ruby was shocked. I think we've been new. I wonder if what's her name has anything to say about this, because you know she be hanging in there with what goes on with between black and white people.
Hey, is everybody on track? Cause this Friday ain't black. Cause we ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. Well, I stand up and never quit. We ain't buying shit. From the 25th of November to the 5th of December. Remember, we ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. This Friday ain't black. Cause we got each other's back. We ain't buying shit. We ain't buying shit. We ain't buying. We ain't buying. We ain't buying shit. Shaka Khan.
Now that was Junior's grandmother on the show, Jennifer Lewis, who just got off a Kiki show talking about how many men she took down, I think 63 or so. But that's not bad in 63, 65 years. So, you know, she's still on the low side. But, you know, she's one of the pro-blacks that talks about what everybody else shouldn't do. But she over here taking down some white men. I think y'all named one. I forget his name. But everybody else that's black is supposed to deal with black people because, you know, power to the people. Shout out to the Emma. Thank you for the Sunshine Jewels. I appreciate you, boo. Let's see what else they got to say. Just to be clear, they were both in middle school. Why do it be an uproar when it's not someone you'd mess with if they wasn't famous? Why does it matter who they choose and who also chooses them? You know what? Marcus is cute, but he probably would be on the list of not necessarily what black women would choose. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. No offense against him. Again, if he wasn't famous like that person said. This one says they're always mid. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the wife here. It's sad how mixed people are literally caught in the middle of this race war. They choose any side they go against a part of their family. Well, no, they're really not going against anyone. They're just living their lives and they're just falling in love and then they're making a commitment and they're deciding to stay together. It's only you hating heifers that be worried about somebody being black or white or anything like that. Nothing should matter to anybody else. They're not betraying one side of themselves. But it's interesting you should say that when we get to the Wamsleys, but I digress. He marries a white woman. He couldn't find a cute one. Damn, beyond mid. He's mixed. He married half of himself. What's the problem? Y'all never disappoint in the comments. He want them yellow kids. He was always black-ish. Am I tripping or do they look alike? Okay. Now, don't forget, gentlemen, yes, sassy straights, these are the people that you're supposed to listen to because these are the people that are out here fighting for these other black people. You know what I'm saying? And telling you that you need to get behind them and do what they say. Not only do you need to go ahead and agree with whatever their stance is on whichever story is the high hitting story at the time, but when it comes to voting, y'all know you're supposed to vote the way they want to. And you know damn well any black man is not supposed to mess with a white woman, marry a white woman, be with a white woman, be around a white woman. But black women can be with all the white men that they can. All right. Let's make sure, Tadisha, let's make sure we got the code rules right. I think we figuring them out. Right, girl? I think we figuring them out. All right. I'm just trying to explain the code around here, y'all, because you already know. Y'all already know. None of it makes any sense. But I'm just saying. Shout out to Man Zed. He said he found a trouble-free one. Good luck to them and congratulations. That's how we gonna look at it over here. But like they said over there, the comments never disappoint because it's the same old ish, just a different damn situation. Anyway, moving on to a Perez Hilton update. All right. So we know what happened the other day with regard to Perez Hilton. If you don't know, you're better off not knowing. So it seems like he obviously is getting better. We talked about the kids the other day. Page 105, y'all. Page 105. Shout out to Tadisha. We found out the other day that the kids weren't necessarily with him, but it looks like that might not be true. So these are his kids. I thought they was babies. But these are his kids. Shout out to the New York Post. They said Perez Hilton's family fled the blogger's Miami home just moments before he began harming himself in a live stream on Tuesday. So if you look at these kids, I would put the boy in the back at maybe 12. This girl looked like she might be 11. And then this one looked like she might be 7 or 8. Okay, so they're pretty young as far as I'm concerned. I thought they were much younger than this, but I digress. It says, just minutes before the public live stream incident, Perez's children, niece, and sister were inside the home, the family shared in a new statement Thursday. The family said that when it became clear that Perez was experiencing a severe mental health crisis and harming himself, they immediately fled to protect the blogger's 3 children. Okay, Mario 13, Mia 11, and Mighty something 8 years old. I need Keira Peel to come and pronounce them. But whatever, they are around the ages that I thought. Okay, so 13, 11, and 8. So they took him out from witnessing any further trauma. Details at the link in the bio. Okay, so they knew. So the kids were home. So whatever the heck it is that was going on, that they're saying that it's a mental break or whatever. Someone previously had said the kids were taken away. Obviously, they were wrong. I guess we can go along with what the New York Post says. I don't know how much they may have seen. I don't know what they may have heard beforehand. But hopefully they are okay and not too traumatized, because obviously they're probably traumatized. This first comment says they fled the home and didn't call for help. That is a good question, meaning whoever took them out of the home, which if there was an auntie and a niece there and the mama might have been there, hopefully one of them decided to go and call the paramedics or whatever, whoever you call in that situation. We don't know. But shout out to them for getting the kids out of the home, because God forbid it could have been a totally different situation. That's all I'm saying. Now, if they, like I said yesterday, if they come bringing the kids back right with him once he comes home, I feel like that's crazy, but whatever, to each his own. Chris Cross, thank you for the silver star. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Nicole Ward for the hiding jewels. I appreciate you and thank you for being here. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. But yeah, so it could have been worse. So at least they were out of there. But over here, somebody, I don't know who this is. Ireland Baldwin, do y'all know her? Puts Perez Hilton on blast over years of alleged harassment. So what I've been seeing, reading, and finding out since this has happened is that Perez has not been nice to a lot of people over the years. The one that stood out was Britney Spears when she was having her issues, for those that know, where she shaved her head, and after she broke up with Justin Timberlake, I think, and Britney was out there Britneying, as we would call it, and people were giving her a hard time, but I thought she came out, from that time in her life, and then now we see that she basically looks like she locked up. I don't know what's going on. It seems like Hollywood and the music industry and the acting industry and all that ain't a great place for some people. You really got to have tough ass skin. You really, in my opinion, really do have to have tough ass skin. Okay. So this is Alec Baldwin's daughter. Okay. All right. That sounds about right. So let's see what they have to say about, she has to say about Perez. Thank you, DeRay. Child, don't get me like Key and Peele. Dee's Ray of Sunshine. Oh, yeah, girl, I saw you somewhere earlier today. Dee's Ray of Sunshine. Maybe it was Ringo's chat. Thank you, boo. She gave me the sunshine, 200 joules. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Miss AB! Look who's back. Look who's back. Shady's back. Hey, boo. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome back. Welcome back, Carter. Always good to see you, boo. Hope all is well. Let's hear what Alec Baldwin's daughter has to say, child. This is crazy. Oh, I thought it was something to play. It says Perez Hilton has publicly humiliated my family for years, actualized me from a young age, commented on my weight and body as a child, made unforgivable comments about people in my family, drew JIZZ coming out of my mom's and friends. Y'all, that did used to be a thing. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? I think I do remember him doing that mess. Always making these pictures way back in the day and making it be showing a OPP male and then making CUM coming out of them. Oh, he did do that mess. My, how time flies. Drew JIZZ coming out of my mom's and friends' mouths and has always been a despicable human being, but his children deserve better and a healthy father, and I'm so sad for all of them. I hope he gets the help he needs and heals. Oh, look at white people being nice. Look at white people being nice. Good for them. Good for them, because I don't know if I could be forgiven from some shit like that, especially when you was a kid. It says Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says deputies having tactically disengaged while continuing to monitor Perez Hilton's mental crisis. Hopefully they get some help. All right. So that's what she had to say. But now, yeah, he missed my chat. I wanted him to know so he could talk to this too. So hopefully, if you're listening, Ringo, that you get the tea and you go ahead and you cover it as well. So this girl named Milagro, I don't know who Milagro is, child, don't ask me. Probably along the lines of that other girl that I don't know. And she has something to say, excuse me, about Sydney Star. Milagro calls out the public for giving Sydney Star a platform while easily giving up on black men. Oh, look at, she out here, sassies, look at your support. You got some support, child. Milagro brings up serious accusations against Star, pointing to an incident where Star was allegedly in a hotel room with a minor which Milagro emphasizes a child cannot consent to. We do know that, and left behind an open condom wrapper. Milagro makes it clear that anyone who harms children should never be tolerated. I don't disagree with that. Absolutely agree. But who this Milagro person is, I don't know. So I'll let y'all tell me. Shout out to Trey for the chile. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. All right, let's hear what she got to say. Why are her boobs all out?
Nasty than a bitch. Sydney Star should have been canceled. That's y'all fault. I feel like Sydney Star should have never been platformed.
Correct.
Y'all love throwing black men away, so it was okay for Sydney Star in y'all's book to say that Chingy had been in a relationship with Shem and all that bullshit ruined his career. And now here we are with this unhinged ass maniac that they say was up in a hotel room with a child.
Why you saying
Sydney
it like
Star
that?
nasty than a bitch. Sydney Star should have been canceled. That's y'all fault. I feel like Sydney Star should have never been platformed.
Agreed.
Y'all love throwing black men away, so it was okay for Sydney Star in y'all's book to say that Chingy had been in a relationship with Shem and all that bullshit ruined his career. And now here we are with this unhinged ass maniac that they say was up in a hotel room with a child. And they say after Sydney sat up and said that oral sex took place and tried to say it was consensual, which does not exist for a child, they said when they did a pat down, an open condom fell out of Shem's clothes, bitch.
But was it used?
An open condom wrapper. I don't know if there was a condom in, I don't know. But what's going on? So to sit up and give a statement to TMZ and to say, you know, I'm innocent, like I didn't do any of this shit, but you had already confessed and a condom fell out of your shit, done a pat down, bitch, go to hell. So I have nothing for people who fuck with children. I think, the only reason why I'm not for like castration and shit like that is because of how disproportionately black men are punished. How we live in a world where a nigga can get prosecuted, he's not even guilty. So that's the part of me that feels like, But when there's undeniable proof and you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what happened, Lorena Bobby, bitch, I don't care. Cut it off and send it up the motherfucking river. Cut that bitch off and feed it to that hoe if you want to. I don't care. And then let him continue to suffer in prison. Sit his ass right next to David in a motherfucking electric chair if you want. And they say,
who's David?
After Sydney set up a...
Child, who is David? She going off, ain't she? Listen. I ain't got no sympathy for Sydney Starr in any way, shape, or form. It has been out here causing chaos and confusion. But I'm telling you, that's what these blogs are here for and what it is that they do. And it'd be amazing to me that all the people that follow them have no problem with what they're doing, but then have a problem over here when most of the shit comes straight from damn blogs. Wild. Allowing these people to say that they're women, and then when they start telling other women what to do is the only time that they get a clue, and then they start getting upset. Don't get upset now. Y'all allow this shit to come in. Y'all allow these people to say that I can... EJ just said it not too long ago. This is what you need to do if you go out for an evening in the early dusk. This is the kind of puss that you take. Some shit like that. Y'all mad. Y'all allow it. I agree with her. Y'all allow it. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Y'all allow this shit. Y'all sit up here and you just be like allowing Funky Dineva to say whatever the hell he want to say. Y'all allow T.S. Madison to say whatever the hell it wants to say. Y'all just allow the shit. And then you over here talking about MSG, misogyny, patriarchy, men ain't shit. You do know these are men. You do know these are men. Then you go ahead and just allow it, right? Because y'all be confused. Y'all are confused. You hating hoes, you biatches are very confused. Y'all don't know what to do except for just fuck shit up at the end of the damn day. All right, Milagro, I like you. Only because of what you said. Now, I don't know what's going on with your boobs, child. Get a new set, because something don't look right. Prince, thank you, boo. He says she running the clock. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on. Thank you, boo. Shout out to Davis Mew. Child, don't come for me if I'm saying it wrong. Thank you, hon. I agree with her, but Sydney already had that snip operation. Oh, okay, I don't care. Still, listen, that Set It All photo, they can play with somebody else. And shout out to the video that I just dropped with that person who's sitting up here. Anyway, child, some of these ABCDs need to get it together. I'm going to just say that. They just need to get it together. Everybody don't accept every damn thing, so they need to calm the hell down. And if you want to play those games where you don't want to disclose shit, I'm going to just say it's on you, whatever the hell happens as far as I'm concerned. But y'all, what the hell do I know? Don't call me cis shit. I am a woman, period, point fucking blank. All right, let's get into this Nolan'S stuff and updates here, child. So I think we learned yesterday that Christina was hit with something against her license, something like that, okay? And honestly, it ended up being dropped, but Nashville, this WSMV has an update. Oh, no, that's not what this one is. This is the 3 people charged in Nolan'S investigation. Oh, my bad. So we already know that 3 people have been charged, but now it's making the news because I just want to know if these people are paying attention and listening, because, child, y'all going to be next.
News in a high-profile investigation. 3 people are facing federal charges in the Nolan'S case. They're charged with threatening a judge, a witness, and local officials in the investigation of his death. You'll remember Wells was found dead after a 4th of July boat trip with friends to an island off Mississippi's Gulf Coast. There's been a lot of questions raised about his death. Investigators say none of the 3 people charged know Wells or his family. An Illinois man is accused of threatening to kill a witness in the case and their family. A woman in Ohio is accused of making bomb threats against 2 county offices in Mississippi, and a California man is accused of sending a Facebook threat that a bomb would be mailed to the Chancery Court judge connected to this case. So far, no arrests or suspects have been been named in Wells' death. An independent autopsy lists his cause of death as undetermined. Stefano. Helping news.
Have we heard anybody like Crump or Sharpton or even, you know, the Wamsleys? Well, we know the man's not going to talk. To say y'all need to calm down. There's no need to threaten anyone. There's no need for you to go out on a limb like this. Don't put your futures and your families and your livelihood in jeopardy. We will get to the truth. Just be patient and calm down. Anybody heard any of that? Has anybody heard any of that? Because I feel like it's part of their responsibility at this point. Yes, I do, to come out and say that. Because between all of them, they've whipped these people up. And so, you know, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a lawyer here on YouTube. Don't let no shit come through where it could be then turned around to say, well, you didn't put a stop to it and you should have, instead of saying this, that, and the third. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. So nothing. Okay. Yeah, no news exactly. Getting emotional and catching charges for people you don't know is wild, and federal charges at that. Everything is a game until it's not. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. But let me move over here. This is the one I was originally talking about the medical license. So it says misconduct investigation against Nolan'S mother closed by the Mississippi Board of Nursing. So let's hear that.
Nolan'S mother continues to grieve the death of her 18-year-old son. She has one professional concern taken care of.
It comes as she has faced constant threats and harassment. Our Will Polston joins us in the studio this morning to explain. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Bill and Brandon. Good morning, those waking up with us as well. Now, we've heard of arrests that have been made.
Woo! Will's a big one. Will's a big one. Shout out to Will. I like him big, but y'all, Will. Woo! Lord.
And joins us in the studio this morning to explain. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Bill and Brandon. Good morning, those waking up with us as well. Now, we've heard of arrests that have been made across the country for threats being made to the witnesses of this case and government agencies that have been involved. But yesterday, we saw the first real impact that the public has had on Christine Wansley, which is Nolan'S mother. Now, early yesterday afternoon, attorney Ben Crump's team released an email saying that a professional misconduct investigation had been opened against Wansley, and this came after an anonymous complaint was filed to the Mississippi Board of Nursing. In the release, Ben Crump released a lengthy statement that said, in part, quote, "This is a warning shot at a grieving mother meant to pressure and scare her into staying quiet. It is a distraction. It is
To keep her to stay quiet. She ain't saying nothing. What are we talking about? She ain't saying nothing that's going to hinder the investigation anyway. I mean, she's definitely talking, but what she's talking about has nothing to do with the investigation. Child, Ben Crump just be saying shit. He is a problem. I don't care what nobody say.
Meant to pressure and scare her into staying quiet. It is a distraction. It is intimidation, and we will not let it stand." End quote. Now, later in the evening, Wansley did take to social media to say that the investigation had been closed. Now, I reached out to Crump's team for a copy of that complaint made against her that opened the investigation, but I never received a response on.
So my question is, was it real? Is it real or is it Memorex? Was it real or was it some made up bullshit? Because child, I don't trust no Ben fucking Crump. Let's just fan the flames a little bit. Why aren't we showing it? Why aren't you showing it to people? Is that something that can be FOIA'd? Is that something that can be FOIA'd? Because I don't believe it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't believe it. Anyway, for more shit to bring in more sympathy. Child, let me look up the GoFundMe today. Hold on. Don't pop up today. Hold on. Today, 98% to go, 829,000. 98% to the 850,000. Almost there, child. Almost there. Who want to take a bet on whether they're going to raise it some more? Anybody, Bueller? Anybody think they're going to raise it some more, Bueller? Anyway. All right, so now we know. Now we know. Probably it should be by the weekend. They should be at their 850. Clear. Thank you, Boo. She said, how did it get investigated and closed so quickly? Exactly. Exactly. It was just announced that it was a complaint against her like yesterday. And then today, excuse me, and then today it's like, oh yeah, it's closed. Wait, what? Who investigated when, how, and what was the complaint? Who was the complaint? Because Ben is quick to put out some information if it has something to make somebody else look bad, and then he never corrects himself. So why wouldn't he put this stuff out so that we could know who's making threats against her and who's doing this, and was it really a person who was already under her care before all this happened? Because they most certainly put all them names out of the people that were given the 1 stars and the bad reviews, right? They showed that real quick. Tell us, how come you don't want to show us? I don't believe it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't believe it one effing bit. I think it's more bullshit to cause more chaos, and that's what Ben is here for. I don't care what nobody say. He ain't got no problem with putting no shit out that makes anybody else look bad, and then it helps his cause at the end of the damn day. Shout out to Live from New York. I appreciate you, boo. He said, I barely follow this story. From the bits and pieces I've seen from clips, it seems like a whole drama story. Is there any smoking gun? It depends on who you ask. With actual proof of anything thus far, nothing. But the pro-black swear that the white boys did it. But the little bit of information that we have confirmed, it looks like it couldn't have been them, because Nolan was still on the beach at the island at 6 p.m. They just saying shit, and all the pro-blacks is going along with it. But we're going to get to them in a second. Shout out to RB in the building. Thank you, boo. He said, no, there is no FOIA on professional medical license investigations. Oh, that sucks. However, the mom has the letter and what is being alleged. So she want to come out and boo bear, but she don't want to give us the tape on that? Nah, give us everything. Give us everything. So she's not going to show us that information. She's not going to tell everybody, y'all need to calm the fuck down. This is getting too far. You don't call them people. We gonna do this the right way. We don't want nothing to hinder the investigation, because lest we not act like that this could be an issue and take the eyes off of what they need to have done. I guess it's just me that thinks that way, right? Not Anton did it. Damn, how Anton over here taking strays? Lord help your people. All right, let's finish this up, child.
The sand, end quote. Now, later in the evening, Wansley did take to social media to say that the investigation had been closed. I reached out to Crump's team for a copy of that complaint made against her that opened the investigation, but I never received a response on that. Now, the FBI continues to work with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office to address any concerns or any threats made against all parties involved in this case.
You listen, he might be big over here, Will. He married. Shout out to Will and his wife, okay? So even the big white men can get husbands, unlike others. I ain't gonna start no trouble with that today. Another time though. So shout out to Ben. I'm sorry, Will. But anyway, so yeah. So I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And so many people that are just falling in line like they supposed to is crazy with no proof, right? But then them white boys gotta provide some proof. You want to get the proof, but you don't want to talk to the people that you think have something to do with it. Like, none of this makes sense. This is crazy. Shout out to Crisscross with more jewels. Thank you so much. I see you. I appreciate you. So let's go. Shout out to Ms. AB. She said his breathing is troublesome. Yes, Will, for sure. Will definitely need to take care of himself. Let's not even get that twisted. But let's go ahead and get to Jason Whitlock. All right. So this is the actual breaking news, if you want to call it that, because I don't think a few people know this. So Jason came on his Harvest show, whatever it's called, Harmony. I think it's Harmony. And he had he's got a title. He on Ben Crump's ass. Okay, it says Ben Crump's quick war on Mississippi just collapsed on Nolan Wells's mama. All right, y'all, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are normal. Get ready for the trolls mods.
Play that had already ended before he wrote the. Christine Wells Wansley got a letter from the Mississippi Board of Nursing, a complaint, anonymous. The board investigated and closed it within hours. No findings, no suspension, nothing on her license. The board itself says the process is automatic, mandatory. Any complaint triggers it by law. Ben Crump called it a warning shot anyway, a stage direction for a play that had already ended before he wrote the line. That single mistake tells you everything about how this campaign was built and why it's about to come apart.
It's that fire. Grab your Bible.
Donald Trump told the country a strike on Iran would be quick, in and out, a clean win with no aftermath. Then reality showed up, the kind of reality that doesn't care about a press conference. Ben Crump made the same bet on Ocean Springs, Mississippi. He looked at this town, looked at the state's history, and decided the outcome was already written. Mississippi is racist. Ocean Springs will fold under pressure rather than fight a national narrative. Put a grieving mother in front of a camera and a viral audio clip and a hashtag, and the town surrenders inside a week. That's the quick war. That's the plan that got sold to Christine and Elmore Wansley, before any...
Because that's the play. That's how he does it. At wash, rinse, repeat. Ain't nothing new. But everybody gets all riled up about it, right? The pros. Alleged pros.
Anybody counted the cost of being wrong. Ocean Springs isn't surrendering. It's returning fire. Court documents are showing up in inboxes across Mississippi and right here in Nashville. A 2007 paternity case, Christine Wells versus James Briscoe. Jackson County Chicanery Court, 3 children. An agreed order handing legal custody to the father. Christine ordered to pay child support. Agreed. Signed by both sides.
Let's go back. Let's hear it. You know, down here in racist ass Mississippi.
And a viral audio clip and a hashtag, and the town surrenders inside a week. That's the quick war. That's the plan that got sold to Christine and Elmore Wansley, before anybody counted the cost of being wrong. Ocean Springs isn't surrendering. It's returning fire.
Ocean Springs, the city down here in Jackson County said, no, we're not going to be able to just sit here and allow you to do this to our town. Now, I told y'all I was down in Gulfport, Mississippi the weekend of the 4th of July. Gulfport, Biloxi, as I was corrected on how to enunciate it. And everybody was fine. Everybody was fine, from the Uber drivers to the dinner places to the casino to every place, the hotel. Everybody was fine. And there's a lot of white people for sure. But there's plenty of black people as well. No issues whatsoever. Does that mean there's no racism? That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that everybody was very helpful from the start of the time I stepped my foot in there to the time that my foot left on July the damn 4th. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So all this perceived, everybody is racist, everyone is racist, and everybody's just sitting around looking at people with nooses in their hands. And that's just me making up what I feel like people like Ben Crump want to make it seem like. It's nothing like that. I was actually advised to go to Ocean Springs on Friday night, of which I didn't because I was too tired. But they said that's a good time on a Friday night. It's a lot of people, a lot of stuff going on, lots of shopping, lots of food, and all that. Now, I don't plan on going back to Mississippi again because it's just too slow for me, but I would definitely be going to check out Ocean Springs on their recommendation, because most of the things that I did was based on different Uber drivers' recommendations. But I digress on that. For all the blacks that want to just be like, you think this is just some old white man looking like Uncle Jesse with a piece of leaf hanging out of their mouth or whatever it is, just waiting to call you or something like that. None of that. But I digress. Crisscross, thank you for a happy poop as usual. I appreciate you. G-Dubs, thank you for the gold coin. I appreciate you. Shout out to Live from New York, a member for 21 months. Thank you, boo. He says, Mississippi got too many giant roaches. Oh, Lord, I'm glad I missed that. Otherwise, I never had a problem there. Been there plenty of times. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Thank God I didn't see any roaches. I never heard that. Shout out to you with the T, child, with the T.
Court documents are showing up in inboxes across Mississippi.
Court docs are showing up in inboxes across Mississippi. Now, Jason is saying is that the town is fighting back. Let me slow it down a little bit. So Jason is saying this showed up in his inbox and probably other inboxes. So it says Jackson County, Mississippi. If you cannot see it, Chancery Court cases link Jackson County, Mississippi. Civil case file inquiry from 2007. It says styled plaintiff Christine Wells, styled defendant James E. Briscoe Jr., case description domestic relations. Plaintiff's attorney, which is Christine, is J. Elmo Lang, and defendant's attorney, which is Mr. Briscoe, is Maxine D. Lawson Conway. The judge's name is D. Neil Harris Sr., and this was filed on the 25th of January in 2007. Final disposition was in March 27th, 2008. Okay. Just want to make sure that we read that out so that we know what is going on here. So if she's the plaintiff, then that means that she brought this case forth. So the defendant is the daddy. Okay. Just saying. All right. Here we go.
And right here in Nashville, a 2007 paternity case, Christine Wells versus James Briscoe. Jackson County Chicanery Court, 3 children, an agreed order handing legal custody to the father. Christine ordered
an order giving custody to the father. Well, that's good. That's good, right? Let the daddy take care of them. Let the daddy take care of them. All right. Just making sure we hearing what's going on.
James Briscoe, Jackson County Chicanery Court, 3 children, an agreed order handing legal custody to the father. Christine ordered to pay child support. Agreed. Signed by both.
Christine has to pay child support. Now, let me say had to, because I don't know if it's still going on. Darwinkia says, sounds like Mama Bear got more cubs than we thought. She got all of y'all. Shout out Boo Bears. Shout out to the Boo Bears. So it looks like she gave the kids up willingly. That's what y'all be saying women should do, right? So everybody should be happy, right? She even paying child support. I mean, she is a nurse practitioner. I was corrected. It's not a doctor, but I feel like it's pretty close. Shout out to her. Like I said, they was making good moves down there in racist ass Mississippi, having a great life, doing great things down there in racist ass Mississippi. But now it's all of a suddenly racism, even though they did some great things down there with all that damn racism up until now.
Legal custody to the father. Christine ordered to pay child support. Agreed. Signed by both sides. Not a judge stripping a mother of her kids over a fitness ruling, but real nonetheless. And it's out now because the town decided silence was no longer the price of admission to this national story. A woman posting a skincare routine to TikTok while narrating her son's death to 100,000 strangers doesn't get to control.
Now, I didn't see this. Did y'all see this? She was on TikTok doing a skincare routine talking about Nolan. Is that Boo Bears? Hey, Boo Bears. There you go. Hey, Boo Bears. Shout out to all the Boo Bears up in this bitch. Shout out to y'all. So skincare routines. I mean, she do got some nice skin. I ain't gonna hold you. But you know, that's a mixture of Asian too. Shout out to the Asians and black.
Price of admission to this national story. A woman posting a skincare routine to TikTok while narrating her son's death to 100,000 strangers doesn't get to control which parts of her record stay private. You don't run an information war and then complain when the other side finds ammunition. Sarah Fields sat on this show yesterday for 43 minutes and laid out a record, Life 360 data, eyewitness accounts, a Coast Guard call, logged at 11:13 p.m. that says Nolan Wells didn't get abandoned. He refused to board a boat that was sinking. That's a documented sequence, not a theory built for engagement. Don Lemon spent 71 minutes trying to bury that record under a different kind of noise. He booked Janetta Brantley, the woman who enhanced a sea tow distress call into the phrase everyone's repeating.
The fact that people are listening to somebody that just came off of TikTok talking about, oh, I enhanced the video. Well, why wouldn't Ben Crump go and have a professional enhance it and give back what it actually says? Somebody help me understand why Ben Crump wouldn't do that by now, y'all. Bueller. He is the attorney. He is the person that's fighting for civil rights. He want to make sure he get to the truth. Why is he not doing his own investigation and having someone professional do it, as opposed to somebody on TikTok allowing that story just to be out there? That shit could have been done by now. And the fact that so many people are just listening to anybody on damn TikTok is wild as fuck. That is wild as shit, because that helps the narrative. That helps the narrative. Wow, this is crazy. But he's here to help. He's here to help the blacks. He's here to help the colors.
You killed him. Take a listen.
What is this? Has anyone from defense counsel or the police or the DA's office contacted you yet about your about the audio?
No, they have not.
Why the fuck would they contact her when they have the damn audio? That sounds crazy. Why would they contact a random ass biatch from TikTok? Why? That's a dumbass question to ask. They have all the tools there, or they know the people with them that are the professionals. Did anybody contact you, random black woman from TikTok? Child, this is so crazy. And the fact that so many dummies with all this dummism in 2026 are listening to these people is crazy. It's wild. Nothing between the ears is being used. Nothing. She was on Nancy Grace too, child, because let's go ahead and put the foolishness out here. That's why I can't with that heifer either, meaning Nancy Grace. Besides the fact that the blacks said that they don't like white people, but white Nancy Grace is cool. White Nancy Grace is acceptable. Any white person that's going along with the narrative is acceptable. Anybody else is just racist. I'm racist. I'm a white supremacist because I'm not going along with this damn narrative. Half of this shit don't make no damn sense, and none of these motherfuckers know anything. And the people that can give up the real tea ain't trying to correct nothing, give nothing. So they allowing y'all to run over the cliff, like I said, and allow you to get your asses into trouble over some MFers that you don't know, over some narratives basically brought up by people who don't know shit, because ain't shit out here. And they making theories up, and y'all are willing to put your lives on the line for some MFers that wouldn't do the shit for you. Would not do that shit for you. Total freaking strangers. This is crazy. This one got to GoFundMe. This lady here got to GoFundMe because people are allegedly threatening her. How come y'all don't want to put no damn names out? Of course she is. How come y'all don't want to put no names out? Anyway.
That's a caller on Don Lemon's show calling BS on everything this woman has released. An actual attorney asked the only question that mattered. Has any law enforcement agency on the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, the DA, anybody with jurisdiction confirmed that the audio is accurate? No, not once. No retraction demand, no institutional review.
If what this lady is saying is factual and true, and trust me, I don't believe her for a second, wouldn't you think that Ben would have said, oh my God, here we go and get it founded by a real professional with all the money that he's going to get, all the money that they have, that they would want to get that done? Let's go ahead and use some of this money and we get a real factual person done so we can have the proof right there. Nope. And nobody questions that. Nobody thinks that that is strange. No one thinks that that is strange because, you know, everybody want to get to the truth. Well, if this is the truth, go and get a professional to do it and then give her fucking flowers for showing y'all the way of some shit that y'all missed. Then give her what she needs because she cracked the case for you. Nah. So I'm the only one that thinks about that? All right, y'all. I know it's just me.
Just a woman's ears and her EQ settings dressed up as forensic evidence because the narrative needed an expert and couldn't find a real one. Lemon didn't book a fact checker. He booked reinforcements. And here's what turns this from a media skirmish into an actual war. Andrew Edward Paulson is flying to Mississippi this weekend. This is the attorney who represented Donald Trump in his defamation fight against CBS and Paramount and the New.
So somebody is asking, so how many children does she have? Well, she gave up 3, and then there's Nolan'S, so 4, but they named quite a few kids at the funeral. One was Elmore Jr. Sr., which is like, okay, well then that confirms that Nolan'S not the kid, because if he was his kid, because if he was the oldest, his name would be Elmore Jr. Sr. But there was an Elmore Jr. Sr., there was a couple of kids out there. They didn't look, from what I seen, they didn't look Asian. So I'm assuming they was mostly his, all his, but I don't know. I don't know. But based off of what Jason just said, they gave up 3, so at least 4. Sounds like 4. Shout out to her. She gave up the kids. It was the right thing to do. I mean, maybe they're all boys.
New York Times suit. He's not consulting from a distance. He's sitting down with Warren, Jax, and Morgan, the 3 boys who've been convicted in the court of public opinion with 0 due process and building a record of his own. That's not a distraction, which is the word Crump used on camera when a reporter asked him about it. That's an army showing up with better weapons than the ones already on the field. Trump's statement on the nursing board complaint isn't about protecting Christine.
Trump's statement on the nursing board complaint If there was anybody, anything, if they investigated it, then they would have been able to get the information out on who did what, regardless if it was anonymous. Interesting that it was anonymous, resolved in less than 24 hours, and then he ain't got nothing to put out about it. Ben Crump will hold a fucking press conference in a whole damn second. Not this time. Interesting, isn't it? But child, that's the black people's AG. He got all the fucking answers. He got the truth.
It's about protecting the timeline, because if the public starts asking why an intimidation campaign collapsed on inspection, they might start asking why the whole case was built the same way. A quick war only works when the other side doesn't fight back. Ocean Springs is fighting back. Sarah Fields brought receipts before the crowd showed up. Paulswick is bringing a legal record that's already stood up to bigger names than a small-town family and Ben Crump. And the gossip cavalry, the neighbors, the old court files, the people who...
Yeah, just let Ben Crump come in and ruin your damn town, and then he goes on to the next town while he out there saying that dude in Wisconsin is black.
Sarah Fields brought receipts before the crowd showed up. Paulswick is bringing a legal record that's already stood up to bigger names than a small-town family and Ben Crump. And the gossip cavalry, the neighbors, the old court files, the people who actually know Christine Wells Wansley. Instead of just watching her cry on camera, that cavalry is already writing. This is not a grieving mother under siege. This is a woman who chose a podcast over a private investigation, a viral clip over a report, and an anonymous nursing complaint that resolved in her favor over an actual defense of her own conduct, and called every bit of scrutiny intimidation instead of answering a single direct question. Donald Trump.
I thought everybody wanted the truth. Why are there no investigators? And if there are, why are there no updates? Because you always want to talk about Emmett Till and Medgar Evers and the history of Mississippi and the deep state, which has absolutely nothing to do with anything, given again for the umpteenth time all the successes that this black family had down there. All their success, all their money, everything that they had, everybody can just overlook that. So they made it and did everything that they did with all this racism around them going on. And basically what Jason is saying is that they tired of this bullshit with the eye on their town, and they're fighting back. Unlike some other towns, which are typically mostly black towns, and they just gonna go ahead and let that shit go and ruin their shit. And this white town said, nah, we're not doing that. So let's go ahead and play some games. Now listen, I don't have any stake in there, none of this shit, but this is factual. A lot of other people don't want to use any fucking facts. We see the facts. Not F-A-X, F-A-C-T-S. We see what the facts are. And we know damn well, if you're really honest anyway, that Ben Crump ain't gonna miss a moment to heighten all the fucking race relations up so that people can get all riled up, make the black people happy by calling somebody white racist. He would have been had a news conference if he had anything. He don't give a damn who he leaves in ruins in any of these cities, including the black ones. The grift is fucking real. But again, wash, rinse, fucking repeat.
Learn that a quick war on paper turns into years of quagmire in the field. Crump is learning the same lesson in real time, except his quagmire has a small Mississippi town's name on it, and that town isn't backing down. Follow the transaction. That's still where this is going to end. And so I want to just add on this little tiny bit of context of just someone reaching out to me to let me know, like, hey man, this Christine Wells Wansley, she's got other kids. If you go look back at the court records, she gave up custody of those kids. So this grieving mother with...
In 2007, it was filed. She gave up, I believe, 3 kids. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they said 3 kids. So I'm assuming that those 3 kids were not related, not related, but their father is not Nolan's father. Clearly, those kids' father is not Nolan's father. So it's still, where's Nolan's father? Allegedly, I've seen somebody say that he's deceased. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe he's alive, but I don't think we saw him at the funeral, and I don't think we saw many Asians at the funeral. Where the Asian support at? Where the Asians at? Where the Asian family members at?
3 other kids.
3.
Gave up custody of those kids to another man, those kids' father. It's Christine. Well, this whole she's the perfect mother. She's just looking out for her children, and she's just grieving because her son has drowned, and we think he's been killed. Doesn't add up, and it's not going to add up because anytime you engage in an information war, and you've lived as long as she has or I have, people have dirt on you. If you're going to smear Ocean Springs, Mississippi, don't be shocked when they smear you back. And don't cry, oh, I'm a grieving mother, when you've smeared an entire town and area and state without a single shred of evidence. When you've partnered with a carpetbagger like Ben Crump, don't be surprised when the locals start firing back and they're not going to take it anymore. I'm actually rooting for them because
y'all remember that song? We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Twisted Sister, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I digress. So I don't know, y'all, because I don't know the names of, I don't know the ages of these kids. But if it was 3 before Nolan and then he came, or was it Nolan and then 3 came after him? I don't know. That's weird. If you had an oldest son and then three of his younger siblings, you just let them go to be with their father. I would hope that they're older than him. I would hope. Wow. Interesting. For all the people that are all riled up because the trolls are here, it has something to do with the same difference as everything else. Everybody want to talk about everything with everybody else, so she don't get to be talked about. This sounds crazy. Y'all sitting up here, saying she's the best mother in the world and no one should ever say anything. No, we got questions. We've been had questions. You want the fucking support, just like with the fucking vote. Y'all don't ever want to answer any questions. Yo, that's crazy. Shout out to BT. That's crazy. So then that means that they probably lived together at some point and then you just get rid of 3 kids? Wow. I don't even know. Maybe they got kids together with Elmore too. I don't know. Wow. Very interesting. If he is the oldest, and I'm not saying I doubt you. I'm going to throw in the allegedly because I'm not really sure. That he is the oldest. 3 of them after him got sent away. Because there's a rumor that maybe he didn't live with them, which wouldn't be crazy if he was in college, right? He would live at the college, probably, maybe live off campus or something like that. That's a possibility. This is interesting. She is the one that's making herself, she's putting herself out here. She doing skincare. She telling everybody else, we just try and get to the bottom of it. Ben Crump out here, we just getting to the bottom of it. They ain't doing shit to get to the bottom of it. They just talking shit, getting everybody riled up. That's what they're doing. It's not my fault that you don't see that. If they wanted that fucking phone to let the world know by now that messages got fucking deleted, they should have been had that shit checked. If Ben gave a fuck, he would have been had that shit checked. He don't give a fuck because he wants y'all all riled up over this shit. Want that 850,000 to go to that GoFundMe, and I'm gonna go ahead and watch it to see if it goes up again. All that money in the GoFundMe, so they couldn't go ahead and figure out by this time whether messages were deleted and what the messages were. You telling me they couldn't have figured that the fuck out by now? They couldn't have done something to figure that the fuck out by now? You telling me that Ben can't give us the information on saying that somebody anonymously said that she was malpracticing or whatever the fuck that thing was, done and taken care of within 24 hours? Done within 24 hours. Now he don't want to give out no information. I call bullshit on that. That's some shit that he probably conjured the fuck up. He knows how to play black people and it works hook, line, and fucking sinker. She the one and her husband sitting up here talking about that they don't believe it's racism. Of course they don't. They've been living a great life in Mississippi. They've been living a great life monetarily, a great life with great kids, or at least the kids that was with them, no troubles, both of them successful. Now all of a sudden the shit is racist and she won't say it and he won't say it either. Y'all just go along with anything. Y'all don't want to question shit. That's why you follow people like Rolly, low testosterone males that ain't got no bass in their fucking voice, because y'all too loyal to fucking Democrats and people who try to say that they give a fuck about you, talk about white people while they living around white people. All of them. All of them. Ricky, Clown, Rolly, Cam, Oprah. I know she ain't involved with this, but child, those are the ones that I found. We already know. They ain't trying to live around there, none of y'all. They want y'all to be down there doing the fucking fighting, and y'all fall for it. Y'all fucking fall for it every single time. You don't even understand when somebody's fucking playing in your face. Now he's sitting here saying, meaning Ben fucking Crump, that Ruiz man, rest in peace to that man, his name is Ruiz. He's calling him black. He's calling him black. Oh, another black man. Ain't nobody on that panel black. Ain't nobody that was on that at that news conference black. Like I said, Ben Crump will get a news conference together in a heart damn beat. But he ain't got no news conference to tell us the results of what happened with the anonymous complaint against Christine. But y'all just go and believe that shit just because he fucking said it. Fuck that nigga. Y'all go ahead. I don't believe him. Y'all love listening to Don Lemon. White people bad. He goes and gets fucked by a white person every night. Y'all don't even give a damn. Y'all go ahead with that shit. His own fucking husband is white. White people are bad, black people. Racism, white people. Well, not my man. Not my man. But y'all make sure you watch out for all those white people. Y'all gotta make sure. Y'all gotta make sure. Where the fuck does Don live? Don living amongst y'all? Don living in the hood? Don living around colors? Because guess what, y'all? They can live in a mixed use place where there's a combination, but based off of what we've already found, it's about 90+% white people. So why is it that all of the black people that's telling you that all white people are racist living around fucking white people? You're the dummies. Dummism, all 2026. Listen to the motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you. I fuck all of them. I don't listen to those motherfuckers. I use my motherfucking brain and ask questions. Y'all don't ask questions. That's why shit never fucking changes. You just go along and allow somebody to lead y'all's asses down the same endless road that ends where? No fucking where. The only thing that they have come out and shown as proof is that photo where they put the arrow and the money signs pointing from Al Sharpton to Christine or from Christine to them with the money sign. I don't remember what it was. That is the only thing that they have shown. All of this racism, all this shit going on, and that's the only thing they can show? That's it? That man butchered that fucking conference where he went over he couldn't wait to go over that damn child with autopsy report with his illiterate ass. Don't tell me that he won't come out here with a fucking news conference to talk about what somebody did. This was somebody did. This was somebody did. This white person did this. This white person did that. And he ain't doing it. And he ain't gonna do it because it works. It works. You can call me all the names you want to. You the motherfuckers that's following a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about you. Give all your money to them. I don't give a fuck what y'all do, honestly. And this is why I always say that I don't give a fuck about y'all. And y'all think it's racist? No, it's because you're so dumb that you fall for the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, whilst making the people that you glorify, that you idolize, rich, and you stay in the same damn spot. And they will go and do another one again, and you will fall for it hook, line, and fucking sinker, because you got to have somebody to blame for your fucking fucked up life. They will never live around you. They will never come around y'all and stay with y'all. They're going to stay around them same white people that they telling you are racist. Believe what the fuck you want.
What this woman has done to Mississippi and Ocean Springs, it's unjustified. Before I bring Shamiko on, I want to tell you about our partner. On the Harmony channel, and that means you're someone that should be supporting Preborn. Preborn is the organization that today, based on the reaction of this Janetta Brantley being popping up on Don Lemon's show immediately, basically to respond to Sarah Wells. It feels to me like Christine Wells Wansley is losing the information war. Do you agree?
Jason, when I saw this court document, I said to myself, I know this ain't who I think it is, a 304, because not only was her kids placed with the father, 3 of those children listed in the document aren't Nolan Wells. So we're still trying to figure out who his father is, and did he actually live with his father until death, as some people have been stating. Yes, I think they're losing. Them bringing this young woman on who's talking about her being an auto engineer, responding directly to Sarah Fields being on your show yesterday. They are actually losing the war, and I'm enjoying it. It's very good to me. I think this is so silly though, Jason, because I can't believe they thought they would continue to pull this off. We're in 2026. Things that worked in 2020 just, I don't think will work now. Them being able to just run this same game over and over again, it's not going to work. But that shows how.
You mean in 2020 with George Floyd? So rest in peace to George Floyd. And who else is it? Trayvon Martin, which I still got to do that on Trayvon Martin's mother. Who else was it? It was somebody else. Trey Reed. Trey Reed's mom, not too happy with Ben. Y'all don't want to see near none of that. Y'all don't want to hear near none of that. Those are from blacks. Those are from your FBAs, your African Americans, your ebonies, your chocolates, your colors, and y'all don't want to hear from them? Y'all don't want to hear from them? But you're going to listen to Benny Boy as he goes and does the same thing over and over again. And let me make sure that I iterate this again. Only when it comes to deceased black men. I know that there's some women in here, don't come for me, but the majority is deceased black men. Deceased black men for the most part. And they hype it up and hype it up and hype it up and hype it up. But when these black men are here and they're alive, shout out to the Sassy Straights, what the hell do y'all get from them? What the hell do you get from these people when you're alive? And I'm not just talking about Ben Crump at this point. I'm talking about the same people who are leading this charge, which is typically the Democratic Party, 92% black women that run the Democrat or are part of the Democratic Party. What are they saying about y'all when you're not dead? You ain't shit. You ain't been shit. You ain't gonna be shit. You don't do shit. Your shitty ass ain't got no money. Your shitty ass won't take care of me. But as soon as you are deceased, now all of a sudden, we gotta fight for our rights, for this man. Now they love you. Interesting how there's no love when your ass is alive, but as soon as you dead and you worth something dead, because you can be used for this election year, like somebody just said, and you could be used in order to make sure that they keep you scared of white people. Ain't none of them quit working for their white companies now, did they? Ricky and DL and Steve Harvey all work for the white daggone radio station, iHeartRadio, whatever the hell it is. Did they quit? Did they stop working there? Did they stop taking that money? And they ain't going to. And they ain't going to. It's my fucking channel. I'll talk as loudly or as low as I want to. You don't like it, you can scroll the fuck up. But I'm still saying the right shit, whether your dumb ass wants to realize it or not. Keep following them. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. I don't care what y'all do. Follow them. Follow them every day. Down the rabbit hole. Call those people, get put on recording, get your felony charges, do all that. Go to jail for people that don't even know you so that Ben Crump can live amongst the white people and keep getting rich, as well as Al Sharpton and the rest. Spiral Drip, thank you so much for the jam and jewels. I appreciate you. Gene T, thank you so much. That's very, very, very generous of you, boo. $50 stream sponsor. I appreciate you. For the rant. Truth. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I see you. I appreciate you. Even the trolls, because as dumb as y'all are, all views matter at the end of the daggone day. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Shout out to Trey. Thank you, honey. Said, I hate that I have the same name as Trayvon Martin. Oh, your name is Trayvon? I think you did tell us that. People keep bringing him up when they see my name, even though it's spelled differently. Oh, okay. Shout out to you, though. And rest in peace to Trayvon Martin, which is definitely a wild... That whole thing was crazy. But I digress. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Florida 5592. Thank you for the flow state, 200 joules. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me, the dislike button, and only subscribe if you are normal. Come on, Jason.
How silly Ben Crump is that he think he can just use the same playbook and get the same results. People are tired of it. Black fatigue is not just about Black people going out and wreaking havoc across the city. It's about people being sick of the excuses, people being just sick of the whole thing to start with. Nobody wants another summer of love. We're tired of it, and I think this is what Ben Crump is seeing.
I wonder if, well, I'm not even sure if Christine Wells Wansley has thought beyond just loving the attention, but the attention she's about to get, because if me and you have Black fatigue, I can only imagine what white folks in Mississippi have, white folks around the country have, and to see these young boys be friends with Nolan Wells, and if we're to believe them, they're authentically grieving the loss of their friend while being accused of his murder without a shred of evidence. And people in little small towns like Ocean Springs, hell, heck, even in major cities, there just are no secrets. And so to think that she thought that they were going to get away with this without these people pushing back is a level of retardation and stupidity that...
Oh, wow. He really coming out here and saying words, child. Let me pause it right there. Shout out to Noodles. Thank you, Boo. He said Asian Thought Pocket. Allegedly. Come on, use our allegedlys, child. We don't know this. We don't know this. Amazing in my Jesse Lee Peterson voice. All right. I don't know that he says that. I don't watch him, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all are crazy. Jerry Smith, thank you for the Unk Alert and the 440 joules. I appreciate you, hun. Shout out to Joshua. Thank you so much, Boo. He said, why is Mama Wells' brain too mush to have a conversation with the boy's mother, but not too much for her media grift tour? But they can't answer that one because they got to keep it going. I agree with you. If you think that they had something to do with it and you at least haven't asked to have a conversation with them, then what are we talking about right now? It's just people coming out and just saying shit just for shit's sake. It's not resolving anything. It's not changing anything. It's not moving the needle forward or anything. It's just insinuation and incensing people. That's all it is. That's all it is. Remember when, oh God, the one that got beat in California, child, I can't think of his name. Rodney King. When Rodney King got beat in California and it was on tape, that is kind of the first time we got to see some shit like that. And everybody was riled up and incensed and everything. He had to come out and, well, he didn't have to, but he was, I guess, directed to come out and, get people to calm the fuck down because everything was burning down to the ground and everybody was wilding out in the streets. They had him come out and say, all right, y'all, this is, can't we all just get along came from. Calm down. Stop destroying your shit. Stop threatening people. You don't want to make this worse than it needs to be. You know what I mean? And they were completely wrong to get off. Let's make sure we understand for those assholes to get off was completely wrong. What I'm saying is that as this shit gets hotter and hotter, of which it is, somebody should be coming out here to say, everybody need to calm fuck down. Everybody need to calm fuck down. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for all the investigation. Thank you for looking into it. Thank you for trying to help, but calm the fuck down. Don't lose your livelihood. Don't put anybody in jeopardy. Don't get a case on you. We don't want that. We want everybody to be safe. We want you all to be good. We don't want to have to be, saying anything happened to any of y'all. None of that is happening. None of that is happening. That would be the responsible thing to do. Even if she don't do it, Crump should be doing it. Not what he does. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. TWHVNLA child. Shout out to you for the mic drop and the 600 joules. What a name, child. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Philly in the house. Thank you so much, Boo. Thank you for the gold coin. I see you. I appreciate you. Donovan Thatcher, thank you so much for the what is that, Corgi? I don't know what a Corgi is, but thank you for the 1,000 joules, hon. I see you. I appreciate you. How much is left? Oh, there's a lot left of this. Come on, child.
I guess it doesn't shock me, but it does shock me, and I think it's just the lawsuit and the hiring of this attorney, and now people saying, hey, let me drop Jason Whitlock an email at fearlessblazeshow at Gmail. And please continue to drop. Anybody in Mississippi, if you got some dirt you want to unload, hit my email with it pronto.
I was going to say they're going to continue to, just like whoever gave Flacco the Rolly Roll stuff Now they gave this to Whitlock, and they probably gave it to other people. Child, listen, it ain't easy being on the internet. I said that the other day. It is not easy being on the internet. So you want to be on the internet going internet.
Because I'm right there with you. What Crump has done, what this woman has done, is irresponsible, and it needs to be completely rebuked and celebrated. And I'm going to do it. Let me ask you another question before I just continue to ramble. I think Sarah Fields versus Don Lemon, and choose your public defender. I'm going to choose Sarah Fields based on her record. I'm not going between these two ladies, Sarah Fields and Don Lemon. I think Sarah Fields is a far better public defender than Lady Don Lemon.
All right. So now he being petty, which is fine. That's all up to him. Thank you, Donovan. I appreciate your kind words. I don't know who the fuck you talking to. I never said she wasn't receiving shit, but if she was really receiving something, Ben Crump would put it the fuck out here. I know that for a fucking fact. So carry your ass on some damn where. Scroll the fuck up. Let's go over here to BCP, child. This is the person that I've been talking about. This dude right here, somebody named Sam or something like that. They over here listening to this nigga on fucking TikTok and saying, taking what he says for truth. For truth. Like, seriously. His name is like Toucan Sam or something like that. Why are they listening to him? Damien, thank you for the flow stay. 200 joules. I appreciate you. That sounds crazy. But this is a white person that's okay to listen to. Shout out to BCP. Said pro-blacks declare white mob jumped Nolan Wells as they fume over arrests piling up against them.
Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and a TikToker named Faith Lauren, who claims to have been on Horn Island, said,
Child, what the hell is in the middle of your head, fool? You got a little band-aid or something. It looks like it's for a toe.
She saw an altercation between Nolan and some other people, and this is her statement. This is all allegedly. I cannot verify it, but I thought it was interesting information. Check it out. I am providing this statement based on what I personally observed. While I was on the boat near the area, I witnessed an altercation involving Nolan Wells and several other individuals. I saw what appeared to be an argument that escalated after there was a dispute.
So now somebody just comes out after a month and puts their information out here on TikTok. Child, I can't do this.
Involving Nolan's phone. I heard Nolan yelling for his phone to be returned. The argument continued after the group reached shore, and I observed a physical fight involving Nolan and multiple people. I also observed a young woman telling them to stop.
There is just a house Negro vibe I'm getting from you when it relates to this story, and it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel like you are more concerned about your acceptance in your white circles than you are about what's going on, because it just really feels like, and not that black people are monolithic and that we should all be on the same page, but it really does feel like the overwhelming majority of the black community is on the same page, and you are somebody where over here trying to provide as much cover as you can for these white boys.
Wait. In his defense, I think in his defense that he is, I think on his journalist hat, but Geneva asked you to take off your journalist hat. So anyway, I don't want to speak for you. I just wanted to.
I don't know what cover I'm providing for him.
Because last show it was we need more evidence, not damn wait, don't jump, and then it's kind of like we get a little more, and it may not be for you the ace in the hole. Then it's kind of like it just feels like just a little push to kind of discredit what.
Don't forget that this is the nigga that said all black men, all straight black men are a cancer to the black community. Not him as a ABCD, not Donnie, of course, because he's ABCD, but Sydney Starr. They trying to toss it now because of what it did. But, you know, ABCDs are not a problem with the black community. It's only you sassy straights. It's all on y'all. And all you niggas that's sitting up here following that nigga and agreeing with all this shit. No, y'all don't even know who the hell it is that y'all are in bed with, I shall call it. Y'all have not a fucking clue. Not a fucking clue.
It is we're kind of hearing. What we are hearing, whether we're able to make out every single word or not,
well, let me pause for a second. And don't forget that Mr. Don Lemon that tells y'all that white people are bad, white people are no good, and they all racist, goes home to a white man every damn night in his white ass neighborhood.
We are hearing is y'all ass know what the hell happened to Nolan. I think that any reasonable person can draw that conclusion. Y'all know what happened to that damn boy.
Wait. So we got to continue our coverage of the lies and falsehoods that are being spread by the pro-blackity blacks when it comes to this Nolan Wells situation case, the murder mystery.
Child, and this nigga right here, child, Lord help your people. Just looking at him just gets on my damn nerves.
Will have been arrested for making threats in the Nolan Wells case. Joseph Alfredo Vasquez Dumas from California was arrested for sending death and bomb threats to Judge Ashley Cole, whose son was on the boat trip with Nolan Wells. Michelle Francine Edwards from Ohio was arrested for making multiple bomb threat calls to the George County Chancery's clerk office and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, causing a lockdown. Edward James Porter from Illinois was arrested for threatening to kill 2 witnesses and their families in the investigation. They said these charges aren't about free speech, they're about crossing into criminal territory. You can't threaten people and think it's okay. Now, a lot of people want to say, man, what about our First Amendment rights? Man, they stay violating our First Amendment rights. We have to remember, y'all, we talked about this a while back, y'all. A true threat is not free speech. The First Amendment protects opinions and rants, but not specific threats to kill or harm someone. If you say, I hope you die, that's protected. But I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to bomb your office, that's a crime.
Yeah, so you think that you hear that. Now, despite the fact that you have a lot of individuals who are radicalized and they're going to jail, right, because they're radicalized, you have the pro-black community still pushing falsehoods and lies about what happened that day, right? And the newest falsehood that has come out, right, the newest lie, the newest conspiracy theory is that Nolan was jumped. He was jumped by a white mob, and that's what happened that day. Even though this has already been debunked, they're still pushing this stuff because they're desperate, right? They cannot come up with any type of real facts, real evidence to support their conspiracy theory that Nolan Wells was lynched by a white mob. So therefore, they're just making more things up, right? And that's kind of how these stories go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
What's up, family? According to Secret Service Sam, there's a woman on TikTok who goes by the name of Faith Lauren, who made...
According to Secret Service Sam. According to Secret Service Sam, because he's reliable, another nigga from TikTok
made an interesting statement online. She said that she witnessed the fight between Nolan Wells and a group of people on that fateful day, July 4th, Independence Day, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they don't know anything about who they're in bed with. This is what I'm talking about. Thank you, Mr. Rich, for pointing out who caricature here is. But they sitting up here talking about, oh, you just don't like anybody that's trying to fight for justice. There's nothing to fight for. We don't know anything. But these motherfuckers is lying to you because they're all bullshitting people trying to make money. This is the scam. It's the same shit over and over and over. Somebody tried to tell you dumbasses, and you want to listen to caricature? You want to listen to this nigga right here and somebody called Signature Sam or whatever the fuck they said with a fucking Band-Aid in the middle of his head? Child, y'all listen to whoever the fuck you want to. Y'all listen to people with nose rings, eye rings, boob rings, all the bullshit, and I'm the problem. Child, whatever.
She said that, basically he was jumped. Yeah, fam, these are her words right here. Now, this has not been confirmed. I haven't been able to confirm her this. In fact, I wasn't even able to find her TikTok because I searched for it like extensively. I could not find it. Maybe she went dark or something. I don't know, but
yeah. So I just want you guys to keep in mind how people like silly these things, right? This guy may have the smallest brain on YouTube, right?
He does.
Right. I'm so serious. Okay. Just notice he already said that. Hey, I can't verify that this person is actually real. All you have, okay, is some text from a random person that's now being spread online. Now keep in mind this video has almost 150,000 views in 14 hours, right?
Of course it does.
The title of the video is Breaking. Woman claims she saw Nolan Wells being jumped. Okay? Silly D here runs with the story despite the fact that he admits, honestly, I can't verify this is real. I can't verify it's real.
Exactly.
I couldn't find the page that this allegedly came from. But again, he's running with this because it fits the narrative that he wants to believe, right?
Exactly.
And he's reporting it as if it is news to his very ignorant audience.
This is the statement that she made. You can make of it what you will. But as I told y'all, like, I'm following all leads. I'm doing what the police should be doing, following all leads, and we're going to put it out there. And I do believe, like, telling these stories, if we keep telling these stories and keep putting it out there and people keep coming forward and sharing their experiences, I do believe that the truth will eventually come out. There's too many people involved. There's way too many people involved. The truth will eventually come out. I'm not saying that this is the truth.
No.
But it's coming out. Truth is on the way. So without further ado, let's get into this statement that this woman named Faith Lauren made on TikTok. I have not spoken publicly about this before, but I witnessed an altercation involving Nolan Wells from a boat nearby. What I saw has stayed with me, and I believe it's important information. I have provided or intend to provide my account to the appropriate investigators because Nolan's family deserves the truth. Out of respect for the ongoing investigation, I won't speculate beyond what I personally observed. I am providing this statement based on what I personally observed. While I was on the boat near the area, I witnessed an altercation involving Nolan Wells and several other individuals. I saw what appeared to be an argument that escalated after there was a dispute involving Nolan's phone. I heard Nolan yelling for his phone to be returned. The argument continued after the group reached shore, and I observed a physical fight involving Nolan and multiple people. I also observed a young woman telling them to stop. At that point, I left the area because the situation appeared to be getting worse. I did not remain long enough to witness what happened afterwards. Everything beyond what I personally observed would be speculation, so I cannot honestly say what happened after I left. I thank you, a thumbs up if you believe. If you believe this to be an authentic statement, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs down and say, nah, man, it ain't adding up. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. I don't know, fam. I do believe is something happened. I do believe a fight occurred. There absolutely was an altercation. There was an altercation.
We already know there was an altercation, child. What is he saying? Fam? Because he says fam, that draws y'all in. It's a fam. Fam. Excuse me. We all believe fam. It don't take much to get y'all emotional people in line.
And somebody or somebodies killed Nolan Wells. And I do believe he was killed on that boat. That's right, I said it. I believe he was killed on that boat. So all those scare tactics they're using ain't gonna work. You cannot change my mind. There is nothing you can do to change my mind about that. I believe Nolan Wells was killed on that boat by his so-called friend or friends. Yeah.
So just ignore the fact that they left at 4:30. He was seen on the island at 6 p.m. Ignore all that. Child. Something happened on that boat, even though that boat was gone and he was here. If Willie D says fam and fam, 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 and bring you some bullshit from Secret Service Sam Whiteman, then child, it makes sense. Then I believe it too.
And his so-called friends covered. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, this person should be sued, right? The family suing. Willie D needs to be sued. I am calling for defamation lawsuits against Willie D, right? I feel like this should not be allowed, okay? This just should not be allowed. Again, this guy made a whole video claiming that a woman saw Nolan Wells being jumped. Now, anybody with two brain cells to rub together knows that what this woman saying is not true. First and foremost, there was, you remember initially when the story came out, the big thing that the pro-blacks were hanging on to was this argument, right, where Nolan could be heard arguing about his phone. However, it came out that one of Nolan's friends, okay, actually was the one that was heard in that argument. So we know that wasn't Nolan.
Tracy.
Again, one of the conspiracy theories that was debunked early on in this, right? Nobody reported.
Well, maybe if they listened to the interview with Tatum, maybe they would know that. But instead, they want to find fault with everything going on in said interview instead of listening. So I guess they missed the part where Tracy said he got into the fight. The grandfather said, get your ass on this damn boat. All right, anyway.
There be any fights, right? Any physical fights, right? Nolan get jumped. Nolan could not have been murdered on the boat because Nolan was not on the boat. We know that he wasn't on the boat because Nolan was on the island before the boat left and after the boat returned. We know this because we have picture evidence, right, and video evidence of Nolan not being on that boat, okay? We also have witness testimony, witness statements that Nolan was seen on the island as late as 5 to 6 p.m. in the evening time. But despite all these facts,
they're not hearing that, BCP, exactly. They only want to hear what they want it to be. It's okay to lie in the name of against white people, black people against white people. It's perfectly acceptable. We got to get a win. That's what this is about, getting a win against white people. That's really what this is about. No, everybody want to know the damn facts of the case, and when you get an actual fact, you want to ignore it. You want to completely ignore it because you want so badly to say that white boys did it. Them white boys did it so badly that you just ignore the fact that, child, how, when he was still on the damn island. But, you know, whatever. You can't reason with the unreasonable because all they think about is race, because that's what they've been trained to do. By Ben, by Al, all these years, at some point, even Jesse, all that shit. Because then they're going to move this into the midterms. Trust me when I tell you that transition is about to be made. All them white people on the Republican conservative side, you can't vote for them because they racist and they support this, and you already know Trump.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
right? Willie D claims he wants to know the truth, but for whatever reason, he is discounting all of the facts that have come out about this case thus far that do not line up with his conclusion here that he's already admitted he can't be convinced out of, which is that Nolan was murdered by his friends. And that's why individuals like him need to be sued. Seriously. I mean, I really don't understand for the life of me, how is it that a person with a conscience can get online and just lie to the audience like this, right? I mean, seriously, just lie. just flat out lie and just spread falsehoods. Like, he knows what he's doing. Why even report on this? Why even report on it? Like, what's the point? Like, anybody can go on the internet and say anything. I could have wrote that post, right? I could have wrote that post, right? And the pro-black's going to run with it and say, look, word on the street that Nolan got drunk. Well, who said that? Well, some random TikToker. Well, who's this random TikToker? Well, we don't know. We can't find a page. It was linked by his friends. It's absolutely insane. It really is.
We believe. And now I believe that the authorities are covering it. That's why they're so aggressive about arresting people who are making threats towards, or alleged threats towards the friends, and not the threats that are being made towards the family.
Well, again, nobody's really threatening the family, right?
I was going to say, if Ben had threats in hand, he going to show it. If Ben had threats, credible threats in writing, he would show it. What, where are we living? Ben Crump would have been showed it and brought it out. So they just brought out the one picture where it says money, 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 and that's a threat? That actually was a fact. These two niggas looking for some damn money. Ciao. Live from New York, I appreciate you, boo. He said, it sounds like they diluting any circumstance or evidence so much that we never going to know the truth. These people don't know anything. They honestly, their opinions don't matter, just like mine doesn't either. It's just an opinion. The facts are going to come from the damn police once the investigation is over. So all this is just conjecture, except for the things that, you know, have been confirmed. Christina's put stuff out. People act like they don't hear what the hell she said right on her damn Facebook or her Instagram page. Ben put some shit out that was completely wrong. He ain't retract shit. When people say shit wrong, they never retract the shit. Never, ever, ever, no way. They just let it ride because it gets everybody all riled up. This nigga here do the same thing. Child, please. This one, I've heard about this. Jenna says that Lakeisha TV chick is nuts too. Now she's saying they did something to him because one of them has beads on. Well, that's the smoking gun, child. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? You wearing beads, that's it. So if you're a female that wears pearls, you guilty of something, child. You guilty of something. Wayne Lundy, thank you, boo. He said, believe whatever you want. Kids still believe in Santa. Yeah, child. Until they get tired of telling them different. That transformer believe he's a she until today. Lord help your people. I don't know if you're talking about Sydney Starr or the one that I did the video on earlier today, child. Child, I'm not dressing there. None of you trolls. You send money if you want me to say something to you. If not, y'all can say that shit and just keep viewing because all that makes money too.
Let's be honest. Criticism of the family and the fact that they are essentially promoting these lies and falsehoods, okay, in order to enrich themselves off their dead son. That's not correct, okay? So this dude is upset that police are arresting people who are threatening Nolan's friends. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
They're not aggressive about arresting anybody. They haven't arrested anybody in connection to making threats towards the Wells or the Walmsley family. They haven't made any arrests in association with threats received by journalists or content creators. They haven't made any threats, even for those people, on behalf of those people who are just simply American citizens who are asking questions online. Yeah, they haven't made any arrests.
They're making questions online. Yeah, making questions online. Yeah, that could be a song. Where is Sway Remix Guy when you need him, child? That is a song. I'm sorry, Diaz Ray of Sunshine. I'm sorry. But, you know, with that theory, if you're wearing pearls, there's something wrong with you, child. Al Boogie, thank you for the turn it up. 800 Jules, I see you. I appreciate you. Now you're going to sit up here and say this mess while sitting up here saying a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, whatever. Child, y'all, whoever want to listen to the illiterate, listen to the illiterate. Chris Cross, thank you for the happy poop. I see you. I appreciate you, boo.
So what are we supposed to think? You know what I mean? Like, man, at some point, the deal got to be up. It's got to be up. You got to sit there with, you know, look like no matter what we do, people just ain't going to buy it. You know, what are you going to do, arrest 1 million people? I think it's a lot more than 1 million people who has an opinion about this case and who believes that Nolan Wells was murdered.
Yeah, that's not, again, a threat is not an opinion, right? Those people were arrested not for their opinion, but because they actually threatened the friends. And they threatened the friends because of individuals like you and your very wrong opinions that are not backed up by facts and evidence, which is that Nolan Wells was murdered. Now, again, what really bothers me about this is that, again, you have a video with 150,000 views, right? That's just based off a falsehood, 11K likes, look at these people in the comment section. A lot of people see what happened. Their conscience will eventually bother them only if they have one. Finally, all the pressure paying off. Justice for Nolan. Like you said, the truth will come out. Those entitled people are used to having their way, whether right or wrong. This is global. All eyes are on Mississippi. We're not letting up. The veil is coming off. We want justice for Nolan. She's not the first person to say this. There are probably a lot more people who've seen him jump. Wow. Wow.
They did the same thing that they did with Carmelo when whatever that man's name is, Metcalf, the father, had the cookout and said, all of y'all, we're going to get together. Let's get together. And we're all going to conspire together. All of us. Okay? Yeah, that's what happened. And that's what's going on here, child. White people rule the world. That's what y'all like to think, because you listen to people like Clown and Ricky Smiley. I'm scared of white people. And y'all up here admitting it. 2026 and you dumbasses are scared of other men. I ain't even talking about the biatches. Men up here talking about, yeah, I'm scared of white people. That's what y'all are. You know there was a real H-A-N-G-I-N-G that happened somewhere down south. How come Ben ain't talking about that? How come he ain't rushing down there? It's a woman, actually. Haven't been able to get to it. But there was a woman that was found H-A-N-G-I-N-G. How come Ben ain't talking about that? How come he ain't rushing down there? And she's black. Oh, I don't think no white people are involved. And I don't think the oppressor is involved. So he ain't got no time for none of that. He would rather go down there to Ruiz and say he's a black man when clearly he's not. But, you know, wherever he get the rest of his money from, we're going to do TJ the Realist here on the Tube, 20.7 subscribers. We just found him. I forget how we found him. But shout out to him. He says, Willie D continued to lie about Nolan Wells. Uh-oh. Not a surprise. Let's hear what he has to say.
A lot of y'all. Willie D is truly the gift that keeps on giving. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about Willie D. I don't want to disrespect him, but at the end of the day, I have to call out the hypocrisy. I have to call out the BS and just the overall foolery that he does. So with no further ado, let's see what Willie D has to say.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? It looks like Nolan Wells' friends have lawyered up with a high-powered attorney. Yeah, and went and got them a Trumpster. Huh. Trump.
Yeah, that's supposed to rile people up. That's why they, Donald Trump is responsible for this and Donald Trump is responsible. All they got to do is say Trump and you Negroes get all riled up.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
Lay y'all like a fucking fiddle.
MAGA.
Yeah.
Black young man dead.
Yeah.
MAGA lawyer defending the alleged. Interesting.
Absolutely no correlation to any of that. But child, long as the ghetto boy said it, then it makes sense because he says fam.
I want to also show you an interesting article, family. This is in TMZ, and I'm going to tell you something straight up. TMZ has been walking around here looking very sus lately. Yeah, man. TMZ has drawn a line in the sand, and it appears to me that they have clearly said, we are rocking with the guys who most of the world believes took Nolan out. Yeah, look at the headline, fam.
Most of the world? I don't know about most of the world, bro. I would say most of the black community. You know what I mean? Because in my opinion, most of the world, they're looking at this through an objective lens. You know what I'm saying? They're not coming to...
most of the world, TJ, I'm going to have to disagree. Most of the world ain't paying their bit of attention to this. Most of the world is not paying attention to this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. Elliot Barton, thank you for the high five. I appreciate you, boo. Shout out to all of y'all that are here viewing. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button, subscribe if you are normal.
The conclusion that, okay, it was a black kid in Mississippi hanging around white boys, so therefore the white boys are guilty. No, that is just a particular sector of the black community. So to say that most of the world feels that way, you know, that's crazy, Willie D.
Nolan Wells' friends lawyer up with attorney who repped Trump. Nolan Wells' friends have had enough of being accused online over his death, and they're bringing in one of President Trump's heavy hitters to fight back. Notice the texture of those words. It sounds like whoever writing it is in support of these so-called friends. They've had enough of being accused online over his death. How do they know they've had enough? That's a very...
Well, if you watch the interviews, you can tell. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, how do they know they've had enough? What kind of question is that? Question the white people, but you better not ever say anything about the blacks. And if you blacks don't support the blacks, then you just a coon, you're a white supremacist. Not common sense. Of course. I love how pro-blacks only like the blacks that believe in them. Very, very cultish. But since there's cultish people here, I know they don't get it and understand it. So go ahead and continue to follow Willie D, a ghetto boy. A ghetto boy over any common sense, child.
And plus, once again, there's no evidence suggesting foul play. But people like you, Willie D, and many others, y'all are the ones throwing these boys under the bus with no evidence, no real evidence. And you platformed the black woman, I think it's Jeanette Brentley, that blatantly lied and tampered with the evidence. She tampered with the audio call in order to spread a narrative. So the fact that you're platforming people like this, eventually this could lead to you being sued, Willie D. Once everything comes out and you wind up being completely wrong, this could set you up for failure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised that you haven't been sued yet because realistically speaking, you've been wrong about everything so far. Especially when it comes to these cases with, black folks, white folks, these type of racial type situations. You have been wrong every single time.
Personal statement. I can see if they just said they had enough. They claim they've had enough, but they're saying it as if this is absolute. The Officer Tatum Show host Brandon Tatum reports attorney J. Tyler Cox, who represents 3 of the young men caught up in the case, has enlisted prominent defamation lawyer Edward Andrew Pausick to help defend their names. There's the ungodly-looking guy right there. That's him, who went out of his way.
Now he's ungodly. Now he's ungodly, but you listen to secrets. Woo! This white man looks ungodly because he defended Trump, but Secret Service Sam with a fucking Band-Aid in the middle of his forehead with absolutely no confirmed information except he's a fucking TikToker is the person that this dumbass wants to believe, child. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Shout out to D's Ray of Sunshine. Thank you, boo. Ron Simmons, damn. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to Ms. AB. She said this year Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and ghetto boys are trick or treat. And girl, this dumbass child, I cannot. TJ, I don't know how long of this video I can watch with this nigga.
Try to sue all of these major media outlets for expressing truth.
Well, you can't say they were expressing truth because last time I checked, Trump won those battles. So you claim that they were expressing the truth, but Trump won those battles against these outlets. So, Willie D, what are you talking about once again? And not to mention, you have been lying your damn self. It's crazy how, you get mad at Trump for allegedly doing what you really do. Now, I'm not saying Trump tells the truth every time. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Trump doesn't blatantly lie. You know what I mean? He's too much of an a-hole to just blatantly lie. He doesn't give a F how people feel about him. Willie D, you blatantly lie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting it out there. You claim that Trump is this and Trump is that, yet you do everything that you claim Trump does, which is lie.
And does.
Pausick has represented Trump in high-profile legal battles against CBS, Paramount, the New York Times, and BBC. I'm not sure. I think a couple of them settled, but I know BBC countersued. Tatum says the new legal muscle sends an unmistakable warning to anyone continuing to spread what he calls reckless and damaging allegations. Be prepared to defend those claims in court. He says the young man should be mourning Nolan, not fighting for their reputations and futures, and directed followers to a legal fund supporting their defense. The legal fund was set up by Dr. Benjamin Hudson in support of his son Warren, as well as Jack Spatalo and Morgan Seymour, 2 other friends of Nolan's. Now, let's go back to the mourning part. He says the young man should be mourning Nolan. No, they should not be mourning Nolan. They should be celebrating somewhere with Nolan, kicking it, having fun. But somebody killed him. As TMZ previously...
See, that's the type of shit that's going to get him sued. You know what I mean? Because once again, there's no facts, no evidence. It's nothing that suggests foul play. It's nothing that suggests a murder. But Willie D is standing on that and doubling down. Like, he made it clear that he is not going to change his mind. Somebody deleted Nolan Wells. And this could potentially lead Willie D to having a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like...
No, I mean, I don't know if it's going to have him have a lawsuit, but let him think what the hell he wants to. The problem is that all 150,000 people that are listening and watching him, plus once the results come out, and if it doesn't go the way that they want to, all hell gonna break loose. That's gonna be the problem. That's going to be the problem. If it don't come out the way that these people want it to, that's when it's going to be a real issue, bigger than what's going on now. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate you. She said, hey, Messy, here in Savannah and caught alive with my boyfriend. Shout out to your boyfriend and his family. They love you. Shout out to them. Appreciate y'all for listening. Getting ready to make a target. Oh, no, that's not allowed. Oh, yeah, you white. It's okay. They are not on code hanging out with this. Oh, they're black. Of course they're black. Not hanging out. Where's your son? Is he down there? Oh, my God. Hanging out with this white woman and going to Target. Don't let her take you down the wrong road, family. Don't let her take you down the wrong road. You know I'm just playing. Love you, Boo. Take care. Have fun. Enjoy. Shout out to your boyfriend. Shout out to Live from New York. Appreciate you. He said Trump is from Queens. Queens don't raise dummies. Is he? I never knew that. Why? I think I guess he is from New York. I think I was thinking Jersey because he ruined Jersey with the casinos. But I digress. Anyway. All right, come on, TJ.
The fact that he could just do this, and shout out to my boy, the Black Conservative Perspective, because he said that it's no way that they can continue getting away with this. But yes, it is. Yes, it is. At the end of the day, it is free speech. You could go on the internet and spread bullshit. It's free speech. But then again, when you're making accusations, right, and you're saying that this is what it is and this is exactly what happened, your free speech does not protect you from a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get ready for that.
Reported, Nolan's friend, Bart Anderson Jr., has already fired off a cease and desist letter to OnlyFans model Kimberly Lee, accusing her of falsely linking him to Nolan's death and an alleged cover-up. The online fury has also spilled into alleged criminal threats. A California man was arrested after authorities say he sent messages to Judge Ashley Cole, Warren's stepmother, threatening her and her children. There's Ashley, the good judge, Ashley Cole, the one who injected herself into the case, firing off letters and telling her son to lawyer up and be quiet and scrub though.
He don't sound biased at all. You're not being fair. You're not being fair. Is this nigga sounding fair? We know where he stands, child, and it's clear. You know, rules for thee, but not for me.
Oh, damn socials, man. Don't give
like they were receiving death threats, dude. Like, come on, Willie D. Like, I know you're smarter than that. They were receiving death threats. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, she did not inject herself, right? She's using common sense. People are accusing her son of murder. You know what I'm saying? So, stepson, my bad. They're accusing him of murder. So
allegedly, child, allegedly, Kennard. Shout out to Kennard.
And it's people like you, Willie D, that's making it twice as bad. So of course you're gonna delete your social media when you got fools sending you death threats, trying to find out where you live, trying to find out where your family live, so they can do something to you. And this particular sector of the black community has proved time and time again that they will hurt people. They will go after people. And people like you, Willie D, you're igniting the fire to have this particular low IQ sector of the community go after these people. And once again, with no evidence proving that these people are guilty of a crime. So, Willie D, you're a part of that.
Nothing to go on. Yeah, that's one right there. That's a still shot at him on the Officer Race Batum Tatum show, trying to convince us that.
Race Batum Tatum.
Yeah, so it's okay to go call him Race Batum Tatum. But everything this nigga says everybody's supposed to go with, child, please. Queen said, TJ, that's where you're wrong. Willie D is less intelligent than a goldfish. Yeah, that's pretty bad, child. That's pretty bad. Shout out to Caricature.
And that's literally your entire platform, Willie D. Your entire platform is race baiting. Yet you call Officer Tatum Race Batum Tatum when he's the main one trying to keep race out of this. He's just trying to get the objective facts. Tatum says all the time he wants things to be truthful, non-biased. What is the actual evidence? What are the actual facts?
Well, if you're not going along with the hive mind, then it's not accurate, and you know the coonery and all this other bullshit. But these are allegedly pro-blacks that care about blacks, but they'll disparage blacks in a heartbeat if they don't go along with the get-along. Just like that girl down in the ATL, who they want to ruin her restaurant because she had the nerve and the audacity to speak to the other candidate for governor like she don't live in the damn state with businesses. People who don't understand businesses would say some shit like that because they ain't got shit to lose. Bunch of people that ain't got shit, talking shit because they ain't got shit at the end of the day. But I digress. A few more minutes of this and I'm done, child. It's been 2 hours and you know I'm hungry.
You're the one that are basing everything off of race. You did it with Carmelo Anthony, and you're doing it now. We have the receipts on you, Willie D. You got plenty of videos and plenty of evidence showing that all you do when it comes to these situations is race bait. So the hypocrisy is crazy with you, bro.
He was completely innocent, but he showed no emotion throughout the entire, I was about to say interrogation, but it was the entire friendly interview, very softball-like interview.
How is it a softball-like? I'm trying not to pause it, but it's hard. How is it a softball-like interview when Brandon Tatum doesn't know what happened and he's trying to get the truth? He's asking people that are involved. So why would Tatum?
I know he ain't talking about a softball interview after the softball interviews that they did for Cam where Steve Harvey just sat up here and we watched it last week, admitted that he's giving her a lob. We're going to give her a lob because we got to get her up in there and we want you to go ahead and answer this question because we got to do to get her up in there. Well, whatever y'all did was wrong and y'all about to lose again because you allowed these socialists to take damn over. But y'all make sure y'all follow Democrats. Make sure y'all do what the hell you're supposed to be doing. Because I'm telling you, that's what this is all about. None of these black women give a fuck about none of y'all until something like this happens. Still on this internet saying you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. You ain't seen shit. And they ain't never gonna have shit. But then as soon as they need y'all, bring your shitty asses on and you better do it. Because I'm a black woman. And when a black woman speaks, you have to follow. But shout out to TJ and shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to AR Smitty up in here. I appreciate you. I've had enough. No offense against TJ. Shout out to TJ. Good work from him. Shout out to everybody else, including Whitlock with the information that he came out with. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, it is the truth. Ben Crump ain't gonna come talk about none of that. Ben Crump ain't gonna come and correct nothing. Ben Crump ain't gonna come and do nothing if it doesn't benefit his punk ass. And if y'all believe that man down in Wisconsin was black, make sure you donate to his GoFundMe because of course there's a GoFundMe up because it's wash, rinse, repeat. Shout out to Mika in the building. I appreciate you, boo. She said, oh, low IQ and fatbacks doxed me. What? For nothing but stopped when the FBI boys called they ass dusty and criminal tube on the internet just like Willie D. Yeah, I'm assuming you meant from before. But yeah, wow. Everything, people just take it too far and then we'll turn around and say everything is racist, of course. Being all wilding out and carrying on over people they don't even know. We don't have anything from the damn police. Nothing to go on. Everybody just talking. That's it and that's all. But it's all good in the hood. Whatever Willie D, if Willie D is the spokesperson from the black community, I'm sorry. If Willie D is the spokesperson for the black community, no wonder it's in the shithole, okay? Because black people, we at the bottom of so many lists, but y'all want to go ahead and ride out with a ghetto boy and LTMs like Ricky Smiley and Clown L and Rolly Roll. Child, go right on ahead. Y'all got it. I don't care. Do what you want. Keep that shit on the internet. Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, hit the dislike button. It don't matter. All the views matter. Subscribe if you are normal. Hype this daggone video. I see you all in the next one.
And now another anti-ruckus rant brought to you by the community. Viewer and audio discretion is highly advised.
The community wants to take the word and hold up hoes, whores, OF people, people who put out STD-named lip gloss, people who have slept with anybody and everybody at any time, people who talk about the AB clinic like they go into McDonald's, people who just say whatever comes to their mind, people who make songs about scamming, people who like people to pee on them, people who like to hang out with people that could be ABCD, but because they have enough money, it's okay. And then say that that's woman empowerment. So to be a whore is woman empowerment, and that's who runs the community. Y'all stand up for whores, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. People like Tigger go along with it. Eddie Winslow, whatever his name is, allegedly goes along with it. And people are talking about white people are the problem. Colors, white people are not the problem. I don't care. Say what you want. White people is not the problem with the community. It's the fact that black people listen to famous people with yellow hair, pink hair, blue hair, nose rings, eye rings, tongue rings, lip rings, cheek rings, throat rings, boob rings. That's the problem. liberals, progressives, and Democrats. That's the problem. Unfortunately, it always comes back to political, because child man, none of these people I've subscribed would be a conservative person, even though black people are supposed to be conservative. And I still would like someone to answer the question. I know it's not a video that people are liking. That's okay. It's still there to watch. Which ancestor would come back today and say, thank you all for continuing my legacy? Which one? Name them. Which one? Name them. Will come back today and say, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for continuing all my hard work. You're doing spades, child. Y'all are doing spades. So glad that I risked my life so that you all could become fucking whores. Whores don't run my fucking life. They do not run me or my community. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers that don't make any sense. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can listen to caricature all the fuck you want to. Fuck that nigga. You can listen to that funky tether over there that's telling you to your face that Democrats ain't done shit for you, and then turn around and say, keep voting for them. And then you want to turn around and act like white people are your problem when you got all these niggas in your face lying to you, and you still believe them. And then you'll make some fucked up excuse because you fucked up and say, but black people do it too. But black people do it too. And yet black bitches always looking at white people for what the fuck it is that they do, and then turn around and talk about racism. Make it make sense. I still